So what's been popping, man? How you living? I started recording, by the way, so we're good to go whenever we
Well, let's do it, y'all. Everything's cool. I've been rapping. Yeah, rapping video games, bro. It was always my life, but pandemic has made it so it's like my life now.
Yeah, I mean, how are you adjusting to the pandemic shit? Has that switched it up for you at all? Or
adjusting?
I know that's kind of been your vibe. That's kind of been your vibe.
Yeah, that's been my life already. But what it did do is it got me recording my own shit and making shit at the crib. Like, I had to get a setup going to continue working because I'm not going to anybody's studio.
Right.
So it started with somebody was tweeted that there was a Logic free trial out. And I was like, word, I need it. And it was 90 days. So I'm like, what I'll do is I'll get it and I'll make beats. Because I have a mic. So I'm like, I'll get it, I'll make beats. It'll keep me productive. It'll keep me doing some music thing. And as I started getting better at the beats shit, I'm like, I should get a mic. I'm like, I have a program that lets me rap in front of me for free. Like, I can make songs for free right now.
100%.
So pondered on getting a mic for a while, and the homie Brady hit me, and he was like, the Back Around the Way joint. He's like, yo, I need you on this. And I'm like, I'll do it as soon as I get a mic. And he's like, bro, I'll send you a mic. And sent me my first shit. I got my interface and I got like kind of addicted to it. It was like a cool 3-month period where every chance I got, I was buying a new thing. So now I have my monitors, my headphones, my interface. I have another mic, a better, like, crazier mic that Tunji sent me. So I have my 2 mics now. Like, I got a bunch of shit going, and I've just been rapping, bro.
What are you rocking for the interface?
I have a PreSonus now. It's the one I got when I got the first mic. I'm about to get a Apollo Twin. That's the new.
Yeah.
That's the coveted one.
I was just.
And then after that, it's just soundproofing.
Dude, that's the biggest thing is that half the battle is the setup in your room in terms of the soundproofing and, you know, getting these panels and shit like that, and just even the room being the right shape and where the mic is in relation to the room and all that shit. Like, there's a lot of weird nuances there that make like all the difference in the recording shit.
Yeah.
Like,
there was like a month-long period where they were doing construction next door. Yeah. And you could hear it no matter what room in the crib you was in. It was just that type of thing. Mind you, it was like, it felt like they were banging against the wall where my fucking head is. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I sleep.
Yeah.
So, like, recording in my room was kind of out of the question. And for a while, I just wasn't recording. And then one day I was like, I'm just going to record through it. And when I need to come back to some of these songs because they're actually good like that, I'll do that. So then I got back on my shit, and since I've been I'll put my mic in the middle of the street.
You were just, I'm just gonna track shit, and if I need to go back and redo it.
As long as I can hear what the song sounds like.
Just make it. No, I feel
just
that.
Gotta make, bro. So yeah, it's been cool, bro. I like this. I don't have any finished products yet of anything I've made in the crib, and that's the one thing I'm waiting on, is if I know that I can make a decent quality product here, I'm never leaving again.
So the new shit was not from the crib that was in the studio?
No, I made all of Hiding pre-pandemic, which is why it's so funny that the album hit so hard during the pandemic.
That's crazy. So you must have been working on that joint for a minute then.
I was working on it. I came up with the idea when I made Baggy Eyes 2. I made Routine. And if you listen close in the beginning, I was like, stop hiding. I was going to put Routine on Hiding. It was like that long ago when I had the idea. But it was one of those things where it's like, it's just an idea until you really want to do it. And there was a period at the end of 2019 and beginning of 2020 where I have all this music, but I don't have a direction yet, really. I just know what the album is about. And I started getting these sessions at Phoenix Down, and just like doing these 5-6 hour sessions every time I went, and doing them early in the morning, driving myself, which was new. That's why I made Nissan Altima. The first session I drove myself to, I made Nissan Altima.
That's far.
And I just locked in. Like, it was a lot of help from the producers. Like, Playa Hayes' beats were really hitting at the time, like more than usual. Like, he had been sending me beats for a while, but I think I was trying to do the bouncy thing and trying to do the everybody's music shit for a little bit. And then it was like, well, I want to do my thing. What's the most my thing shit I got right now? And I went back. I thought about it. I was like, Play Hayes, bro. Like, he goes crazy every time he does anything. His shit with Danny Brown, like, nuts. So I went and listened, and I was like, this is exactly what I need to talk unfiltered shit on.
Yep.
And so some of those few sessions between, like, I would say December 2019 and, like, really March, pandemic hitting, was when we finished Hiding and really got it into gear.
Damn, that's crazy. So it was one of those things where it kind of just, you had all this music, and then over time it turned into this concept. And where did the idea of Hiding and just the whole kind of theme of the project come from?
Well, as we know, fucking quarantine was my life pre-quarantine. So it's like, what it is about is kind of hiding yourself from people, and this idea of, like, as an artist, you need to be in everybody's face all the time, or you can't really be one. Part of it was that, because it was like, I don't want to be in everybody's face all the time. I don't want to, like, have to do all the stuff. I just want to make the music I make, and I know I make quality shit. But sometimes as an artist, you have to do more than just make quality shit. Actually, all times. As an artist, if you want to be successful in the sense of building a career and a life and wealth, as opposed to, like, you know, just being an artist who makes the art for yourself. And there's no happy median, and it's kind of trash. I feel like the people who find the best happy medians are people who are just, like, consistent, stick with it, and build strong fan bases. So then it was like, okay, I want to make something that directly correlates with my fans and what I do and my friends. Like, I thought about my friends a lot while making Hiding. And I wasn't seeing them a lot, you know what I'm saying? I was going out way less. I was in the crib more. I was introspective time for me, the time between Baggy Eyes 2, really the time between Role Model and Hiding. It was new, no more label, just on our own, trying to figure it all out. Where do we go from here? And it wasn't, you know, scary. The scariest thing was thinking about not being around anymore. If I came back and it didn't work. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's the scariest shit. But then you realize, you know, really every time you put something out, no matter how big or small the number, you always are going to have people that if they're there with you for real, they're going to be there. When you put out music, they're going to support it. They're going to share it. Like, you have one of the craziest fan bases, and you have the first big fan base I was ever introduced to that I saw in person. I got to see it with my own eyes when you brought me on that tour.
Yeah, we got to talk about that for sure. Yeah, but
yeah, for sure. But yeah, no. So partially it was about that part, being an artist and having to not hide, but wanting to, as well as just, like, you know, real life internal shit. Like, bro, we're all going through some shit that we're just not telling everybody right now. Dude, yeah. No matter who it is, all of us are, and we're hiding that. And then I started to think about the reasons why. You know what I'm saying? You start to think about, if you got in trouble or you needed something and you didn't talk to your parents about it, it's not because you're scared to get in trouble. It's because you don't want them to worry about you. So it's like, I started just, like, playing with the idea of why we hide shit too. And then it was just like, well, nobody knows where I am or what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. I want to make Hiding.
So there was a lot of levels to it, but it was all that same kind of theme of that whole kind of.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's not a story, it's a concept.
Yeah, right. And just that symbolism almost of just all of that stuff. Yeah, I feel that, man. It's really true. But, you know, whenever you make a project, it's a moment in time, you know, and, like, as soon as it's out, you're so thankful that you put that time in, and you don't care really, at least for me, like, you don't care about the results because... No. You know, you have your core people that are rocking with you no matter what, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. And so I've always tried to take that approach too. It's just like, let me make music the way that I want to do it, put it out, you know, catch a vibe with these people that are here in my circle, and if that grows, that's amazing. But either way, you know, if you just are engaging with those people, it's an incredibly rewarding and just fun dynamic, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah. I
honestly, part of the whole making music shit, like, I would be more satisfied if I sent somebody a song, just one person a song right after I made it, and they like lost their shit about it.
Yeah, right.
Because that's more rewarding even sometimes than like having a ton of people tell you some shit is crazy. Is like, that's what you're thinking about when you first make a song. You're thinking about one person hearing it and losing their shit, just listening to it and feeling the same way you felt when you made it, or catching that one line that you threw in there that you know what it means, but most likely nobody else will. Like that, those are the rewarding things. It's like being an abstract painter, and I said that shit to the homie Gary the other day. It's like really like being an abstract painter. He asked me if I worry about my shit being misinterpreted because of like I quit. No, you know what I'm saying? Never said I was a joke. And I'm like, no, because you want people to interpret things the way they do. It's more rewarding when people find what you wanted them to find for themselves than everybody just like kind of getting it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's like 90% of it, dude. Is like when you make the song and then you send it to one person like right afterwards, or you listen to it when you leave the studio, or you go in the car and listen to it. That's, in my opinion, like the high that you're chasing from making music. It's not about it being released, because by the time music's released for you, the person who made it, it's been months. Typically, it's
like, damn, like, can we drop this already?
Exactly.
Like, you've already made some of the next shit.
Yeah, right.
Like,
right.
Come on now, let's get this fucking ball rolling.
Yeah.
No, and that's one thing I'm trying to be way more consistent. Like, no more one project a year shit. Like, I'm trying to be on some 2 or 3 a year shit from now on. So I'm already working on the. It's
a weird time for that shit. Like, there's no right answer for any of that. And obviously Spotify wants you to just make music as much as you can and put it out there and just be a part of that ecosystem. But we
just got to find cool ways to repackage and reproduct.
Yeah, exactly.
What the music is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, like it's music. You're going to get it one way or another, and everybody's going to get it more or less for free. So it's like, how do you get it to everybody in a way that they want to buy it?
Right. Yeah, it is really interesting. And, you know, it's funny that people who are running Spotify are trying to kind of dictate like how music should be released and how creatives should make music. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so there's a little bit of a give and take there, where it's like you still have to let artists have creative integrity and make music in the way that they see fit. But obviously Spotify and all the streaming services now are just incentivizing artists to make as much music as possible from a financial standpoint.
That sucks for the artist that like wants to make what they want to make and do what they want to do. Like, and there's a few artists that I really like that have like one project out from 2017, and I'm always like, can we get one more?
Yeah, right, right. But some of the best artists in the world are like that. Bad. Yeah. No, for sure.
Exactly. You go back to that project all the time, and it's a one-off from a person who most people don't know who they are. Like, that's how spectacular it really is. It's some Lauryn Hill shit.
Yeah, or I think about like MF Doom and the way that he made albums under different pseudonyms and in different situations, and like, you know, it's clear that nobody was going to be able to tell him exactly how to do his releases. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like now there's maybe not as much creative license to be able to do shit like that. And I mean, there is, you can do it, but there's so much pressure on artists to be putting music out and promoting it on social media, and it takes away from like the real like mystery artist, you know, dynamic, which I feel like
it only works now if you're real big. Like,
right.
It works for Isaiah Rashad. I want him to drop an album every day.
Right.
He's not gonna do it, and that's fine. But when it does drop, I'm going to be excited to hear it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I hear you, man. So what's the quarantine routine been looking like for you? You're just recording in the crib and just fucking kicking it and just
record, and like honestly, like barely recording, but still like putting up numbers every time.
Yeah,
it's like that little spark. It's not the same thing as going to the studio and shit. I get right the fuck up out of bed and walk.
Yeah, what's that like for you? Because you were you know, obviously I've known you for a minute, and I know that for you, it's always been a studio thing in terms of your creative process, your writing process. And that's the opposite of me. Like, I've always been on that shit that you're doing. I've just been in the crib. I'll do the studio thing too, but I feel more comfortable with my own setup, recording myself and shit like that. How has that changed?
I think it comes with technical skills too.
Yeah.
Not having any and not trying to get any is partially, if not the whole reason why I spend all of the time making music at a studio. It's one of those things where every year you're like, I'm gonna learn how to make beats. I'm gonna learn how to record myself. One day I'm gonna build a studio, and you don't do it until you're forced to do it, and that's exactly what happened. But then it's extremely rewarding. The problem is you spoil yourself when you spend all of your time just working with really good engineers.
Yeah, right. You're like, why is my shit not sounding as crazy
process.
right
Like
now?
my first few days recording myself were treacherous. Like, I was like, what? I didn't realize till super recently that I had my microphone thing on the interface turned real low.
Oh yeah.
So I was recording songs and then mixing them and being like, why is the waveform this big? And why can't I hear anything?
Right.
And just mixing the vocals real loud so I can hear it. So I got these Isotope plugins and I use the vocal assist and put that on and then just turn
crank that shit.
And I'm like, okay, we good now.
Yeah.
But I realized the other day, because I looked at it again, I was like, yeah, something's wrong. I've had this thing for fucking months, like a long time.
Right.
I was like, if I've been recording like this the whole time, like every song I've recorded is like this. Luckily, like I have only made probably during the quarantine this past month. Like pre-December, I'd made like 8 songs max that I really love. And then like a bunch of other songs that I was just trying shit, like some freestyles, stuff like that. And then this past 2 weeks, like I think Doom Pass and RIP put a battery in my back where I can't even I'm working on this little mini thing I started today or yesterday just because, and it's like about comedians and it's a little project where I'm gonna name every song after a comedian and that's gonna be for me. Like nobody's gonna hear that.
Yeah.
I just need an outlet to get these raps off. And I feel like if I focus them on something, then I can, get it out of my system. Because I don't want to go into my next project just making a Doom project. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just so influenced by all that. Yeah.
This mask is hanging on the wall like a trophy.
Yeah.
In my living room, and I plan.
Where did you get that, by the way?
Yo, last Halloween 2019, I was Doom for Halloween. I went to LA. And I bought the mask, I was rushing to buy it so I could get to my house before I went to LA. Mind you, didn't end up doing shit. I was just at Stiz's crib the whole night.
But you were just spit it up.
With the mask on, yeah. But it honestly felt incredible putting on. It's metal. It's very heavy. It has leather straps on the back. It feels like if somebody punches you in the face, it'll cut your face. So,
did you get it from Fool's Gold, or did you how did you get it?
Amazon, bro.
You got it on Amazon?
Looked up MF Doom mask, and there was one in a sea of a bunch of non-for-sale.
You're on page 8.
Yeah, deep. The one I got, I felt like it might not come.
Yeah, right.
But I'm like, for this price, I could do that. I could lose that $30-$40.
Right. Take the chance. Yeah.
Take a chance.
I hear you, bro. I've always just fucking been so just inspired and confused and flabbergasted and just in shock at everything that Doom did his whole entire career. And I feel like it always kind of in the back of my head was influencing my music, even though I make very different music. But I think anyone who raps is getting influenced by Doom, straight up.
If you that's one you can wear with honor, no,
100%.
The influence. It's like when they do top 10 all time lists, he transcended that a long time ago for me,
dude. 100%.
A long time ago. I was in 9th grade, 8th grade, listening to MF Doom and writing songs on his beats and shit like that. Well,
that was the dopest shit, dude. He had so many instrumentals out there, so many different projects. So it really was
I would
something.
I would go on YouTube and Doom instrumentals would just come up.
There's
like,
100 million of them,
you
bro.
don't have to type Doom instrumental. You could type instrumental
right
by itself at that point, and Doom instrumentals would come up.
That's why I feel like he was so artist friendly. Like if you knew how to make rap music, you loved Doom because it was just so artist friendly. There was so much instrumental projects out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just the way that he took his time on the projects and spread everything out. It wasn't verse on top of another verse on top of another verse. You know what I'm saying? Minutes.
He laid it all out for us, bro. He's like Bob Ross. He gave us coloring books with the instrumentals,
right?
And said, "Go make your own," and he fucking laid it all out for us. It's great.
100%. But I feel you though, because it's hard not to be affected by that influence and want to just be like, shit. I want to sound like this and just fucking.
Right. You think about it like I always thought about it. Like if Doom is all of our teacher, then everything we do as far as like when we're proud of our lyrics or when we make a song where we think we just went crazy, that all traces back to him in that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you think, would this impress MF Doom if he heard it? Or would this be garbage? That's the line.
No, I mean,
impressive to Doom or just decent.
And if you hit that, hit that, then you've made some incredible shit.
Exactly. Like I think everything everybody else does is mediocre in comparison. So you'll never get there. It's a high you can't really catch. But trying to get there leads to doing some spectacular shit. And that's how we should all use that influence.
100%.
But not try to do it exactly like we got to find our own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember I made on All Caps when I was going into sophomore year of high school. It was the summer before. I rapped on the All Caps beat, and then the first time I rapped in public, I went and did it a cappella at this thing called the Lyricist Lounge. It was in like this restaurant. There was a shit ton of people. The OG was there, a bunch of people I hadn't met yet. OG I hadn't met yet, but I never rapped in front of people, and I went in there. I did my Doom raps.
Was this where you got the name Michael Christmas? Is that same?
No,
that same
still
shit?
Wasn't even Michael Christmas at the time.
I got you.
I think I came up with Michael Christmas.
Because that was, you were doing a show, right? And you had to come up with a name, like, on the spot or some shit? What was that story?
What it was one day, this was, I think, after my freshman year of high school. So, like, that summer, I decided to be Michael Christmas because I wanted to start all of my social media pages. Because I'm like, I'm going to school. I can show people Michael Christmas. They can like it. I could go somewhere with this. So I was just around my crib all day thinking about what I wanted to do with the name. And I wanted it to be silly enough to where like it was funny and catchy, but not a joke. Like Earl Sweatshirt was one that I was thinking about when I made mine. I'm like, that's funny, but it's not like dumb per se. If he's nice enough, it turns into folklore legend. And so Michael Christmas was kind of my shit. Like that's, people will remember that shit. Probably 15, 16. And I was just like, Michael Christmas. I went on Facebook, made the Michael Christmas Facebook page, made the Michael Christmas Twitter account, Michael Christmas Instagram, and
there you go.
Michael Christmas Tumblr. And that was it. I think they might still be the same ones. Like, that might still be my Twitter. I'm not 100%, but yeah, I've had them shits for a long time.
Yeah,
no, it's not. I got a new Facebook and Twitter because my Facebook just had a bunch of my family shit on it. And I was like, nah. And I think I started my first Twitter when I was in like 7th grade. So it was all just tweets at my other classmates.
Just talking
while
shit.
In the classroom. Yeah, like shit like that. Like this class is trash.
Yeah, like, fuck Mrs. S.
Fuck Miss Hanley and Miss Edwards and Mr. Crimmins.
Yeah.
Trash teachers.
It's so crazy how like a teacher can either be so great and like you can just fuck with them super tough, or they'll just be absolutely horrible and just uninspiring, bro. It's so crazy. There's such a range. Mr.
Crimmins was a Vietnam War veteran, and he was our history teacher, and all we learned about was Vietnam. And the movies we watched to learn about Vietnam were Good Morning Vietnam and Forrest Gump.
Oh, my God.
Those were our assignment films. We watched those for assignments after. Like, he was very old and he was violent. He was violent as hell. He was like, just like angry, like he had a surly old guy voice. Like I hated Mr. Crimmins, bro.
Yeah, that shit confuses me.
We used to fuck with him though. We used to, in the middle of a reading out loud, just say rap lyrics. Just like,
just be like, what the fuck?
And then in 1772, you can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Oh my god! Just keep it going.
Just like in the middle of reading, like.
And he's old as shit, so he never like really noticed. Like, he would catch it, but he wouldn't catch it, and he'd be like, "Huh?" He'd be like, "Are you reading the same page?" Like, what? Oh, my bad. I was reading a different line.
Damn, that's a good one, man. You're doing popcorn reading, and you're just like,
yeah, fuck this up.
Man, that's funny, bro. So how did you get the music video shot for the project? Did you was that hard given everything that's going on, or?
The toughest thing was kind of coming up with videos interesting enough to do safely.
Right.
Because once the pandemic hit, that became my first priority was okay, how do we finish the album without touching anything? Literally. So it was tough but I direct and I write and shit. So I put it together. I think best thing I know how to do is do a video for free or no money and have it be compelling. So Nissan Altima was the first thing. I'm like, well, we have the most important thing. We have the car. Yep. We got me. So we can turn that into something. So we just needed to find someone to shoot. John Rollins did it to shoot the idea, which was just like me just kind of living and hanging in my car. And so that was easy to do and make look really beautiful and interesting because, again, director. I heard was going to be something way crazier. Like when we first made that, I had this much crazier idea for a bigger, grander video, but then it became like literally impossible.
What was the idea?
It was going to be a bunch of people on the phone, and they were going to be back and forthing all of the I heard lines, and I was going to go do everything that was said in the song, in an extreme way. Yep. For the most part. So everything on there. I heard Fools Go sign him for $2 million. Like, I wanted to do a signing, have a bunch of money.
Right.
I heard he drive a Beamer, drive a Nissan, have a cool switch shot, just stuff like that the whole way through. But it was going to require a bunch of people, and my main thing the whole pandemic was keeping people away from me. It's been the whole time. I haven't hung out with anybody that doesn't live in this motherfucker. So
yeah.
So that's been the whole thing. Except for doing videos, and even then, we keep it super safe. I tell everybody beforehand, do not come up to me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Stay to where you can hear me, and I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying, and you tell me, and we got it. So, but with I heard, I was like, again, it's beautiful. Wow. I can make something happen with this. We wanted to create, how do I explain it? Kind of an aesthetic for everything. The woods, the green, the isolation, all of that shit. That was the aesthetic for the whole album. So it was we just need to keep playing at that, and that's how you complete a rollout, is execute everything to be cohesive to the thing before it. So then the Miro skit was the big one. I was most excited about that. We shot that 3 times. The first time we did it all outside, even though the original idea was basically what the final idea ended up being, because again, I didn't want to let anybody in. The second time, my roommate shot it on his camera, but it didn't look just good enough. It was a regular ass camera. Mm-hmm. So it was funny, but it didn't look good. And then the third time we shot it, what we did was we used Maddie Hamer, and she shot the Paranoia film that I did, and The Strangers, the chest rig shit I did. Yeah. Those 2 skits. So I hit her, and she's like, this is all super doable. And what we did was she brought a camera here and stood outside and used a video monitor and basically just cued everything. And then inside, we just set up the set.
Wait.
And pointed the camera around.
That's fucking genius. So
Yeah,
she
so
had a remote control outside the apartment essentially, and the
yeah,
shit was
it controlled the camera, and she could watch everything and tell us what to do.
so she was just on the other side of the door,
Yep,
socially distanced.
yep.
Man, that's smart, bro.
Move the camera up a little bit,
Yeah,
and then
right.
she was able to zoom from the shit and everything. So super easy to do. It didn't take that long, and it was fire. That idea came from Tim was like, well, if we can't get anybody into your crib, maybe we can rent a spot. And I was like, okay, word. But in my head, I'm like, I don't want to go in anybody
Yeah,
else's
right.
shit either.
Right.
So I started brainstorming ways to do it in my crib safely. And I was like, okay, I'm going to hit the homie who I know has a video monitor, see if he'll let me rent it. He let me rent it. Hit Maddie, yo, do you have a camera that goes with the video monitor? Yes, boom, set it up. And so it's just about being creative.
Yeah, you just got to figure out different ways to make it work, right?
Literally, that's what I've been telling people, bro. Like, don't spend a bunch of money on the big guy doing the big thing because you think they'll look out for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Spend it on the people that are hungry, and spend your time and energy on the people that are hungry and chasing the same thing you are.
I mean, there's really no reason at this point to spend a ton of money on a music video if you're up and coming doing music. You know what I'm saying? Or at any level that's not millions of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, you should be guaranteeing yourself millions of views already, like at the Cardi B-esque level.
Yeah.
To then spend that much because we already know what you got. You're famous. Everything you do, we're watching. So now we want to see you in movies. That's when you got to make little mini movies.
But it's just it's different now because the way that we're seeing people so much, you don't need to do too much as long as the lighting is on point. You know, the quality of the shot is great, which you can get from a $1,000 camera. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't have to spend $10,000 on a whole music video production company. Mm-hmm. If you got those basics down and you have just unique ideas like you're always coming up with that aren't costing you a ton of money, but they're just great concepts, that's the most, valuable thing you can do when you're talking about making a music video. I think a lot of people are thinking that they have to spend a ton of money to make a, crazy music video. But the return on that investment is not,
like never.
Yeah.
Like never. It never will be.
Right.
Unless you spend a little money on it and the video gets big. That's like the biggest return you can get.
Well, and the biggest videos I've ever done have always been the ones that didn't cost me like any money. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not the only one. Probably, I think the least money I've spent on a video total.
Yeah.
My biggest video and my biggest song. So
right.
It's all about chance. Like, you try to follow guidelines and rules, but it's all about just doing what you want to do.
Yeah. No, I feel that, man. I feel that. So, speaking of doing what you want to do, bro, I know before the pandemic you were dabbling with some stand-up comedy shit.
Man, I only did it twice, but I miss it like I got to do the shit for real because I was excited. Every time, the 2 times I did it and the leading up to the next one before I didn't go, I was excited. The last one I did, they had jokes about coronavirus there. Like it was that week in March when shit started to shut down. It was a couple days before the official tissue shutdown. And so there was a real tall Asian dude there. I think he said he was from China, but he'd been here for like a long time. He was funny as hell too. First thing he came up and said was, "I know what you're thinking. We didn't cause this." And that's the first thing he said.
That's so funny because
he said, "We think y'all did it." To be honest, we think y'all came over to China and did the shit. And this was before that whole rhetoric even really got going.
Bro, I saw some shit on SNL. Like it was like I was looking at SNL on YouTube and I saw this thing. It was like 1 year ago, and I like peeped the skit, and it was like some SNL skit, and they were making a joke about like an Asian guy flying in. And they were like, "Oh shit!" Like the Asian dude, like they were making a coronavirus joke, and I was just like, "Damn,
bro, this is ridiculous.
This is so crazy." In January, February, just like the thought process over here was like, "Nah, we're good." Like meanwhile, shit was just popping off, and we didn't even know it. Not for me,
bro. The last time I left my house for a recreational activity was, I want to say, March 10th.
Yeah.
Last year, I picked up Stiz and brought him back to my house, and he was the last person to enter my house as for fun last year on March 10th. After that, it was done, bro. I was like, nobody in and out.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
No, I feel you.
Everybody hangs with me outside, in front, or in behind where I live. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying?
So you'll still link with people outside, masked up and shit like that.
Like when I say like link, I mean like you bring me something.
Yeah, I'll talk to you for 2 seconds,
I give you something.
Right. Yeah.
That's it. I make food. You want something? Come get it. You made food. I want something. Bring it to me. Like that's my meetups mainly. Yeah.
No, I'm the same, bro. I haven't done anything since March, and I've gone golfing and done some shit like that with like a couple people or whatever. But even that, I'm just uncomfortable, bro. Shit, I think going out to a restaurant or going and doing something outside, walking around hanging out in the park with a bunch of people, like that shit is supposed to be relaxing and fun.
You don't want that anxiety. I said the other day I had a bad dream that I was at a party and like it was so real that in the dream I was already thinking about like how to prepare for being sick and shit, like because I was just in a party. I'm like surrounded by like people who I kind of recognize and people I definitely recognize. Nobody masked up. Felt like a function like from back in the day. And then halfway through it I realized I'm like, oh,
yo, what the fuck?
We're in a pandemic. I'm like, I'm just breathing around everybody. Like,
bro, I've had one of those weird anxiety pandemic dreams too. It's you're not masked up indoors with a bunch of people like,
I'm definitely gonna die. Like that's just immediately the thought process. And if you could even scare yourself into thinking that, then you should probably chill. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If there's something serious enough to scare you that way, chill out. You know?
Have you had any difficulty? Like one of the things that I've been dealing with is like making sure that people aren't taking it personally, that like I'm not trying to link up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to have you pull up to the crib and kick it.
Yeah, I've gotten into that with everybody.
It's not because I don't like you. You know
it's
what I'm
not,
saying?
I tweeted about it because I had to, because I needed to know that I wasn't alone in this. And I saw a bunch of people say like, yo, like you be trying to figure out how it's your fault. You're not trying to die. Like I've had conversations with the homies like that where they was mad at me. I've had conversations with my dad all pandemic where he was mad at me. He's like, yo, I need you to go get your sister. I'm like, absolutely not. He's like, go get your sister. I was like, no. I was like, we have a whole family of people with cars. You call somebody braver than I to go get. I'm not going. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been trying to finesse me. He'll be like, yo, you should come to. He called me one day. He's like, your grandmother's cooking dinner on Sunday. I'm like, word. He's like, yeah. You think you pulling up? I'm like, you know, I'm not pulling up. Stop doing this. Like, don't do this. Don't make me hurt you with this.
Yeah. It's funny too because the fatigue shit is so real because it's really worse than it's ever been, but now people are more chill than they've ever been too. Mm-hmm. And in April last year, people were serious about it. Now people are like, well, whatever, Well,
because if you've given up or gotten a little comfortable with it, then you're just like whatever happens. And then if you're careful about it, then you've been careful about it probably for a long time, to where it's just routine now.
Yeah, and you're like, I can do a little bit more of this if I can get the vaccine in April or whatever,
I more or less don't touch doorknobs at all.
Yeah,
I wear gloves outside regularly.
Yeah,
like. Sanitizer, stay on deck, and I only really get uncomfortable when people get close to me, like grocery stores. I can't, and half the time now I just order groceries.
That's what I've been on too, yeah.
But a lot of the time they don't be having shit I need. They only got that shit at Spanish grocery stores, and that'd be the scariest place. The Dominican grocery store is terrifying. It's smaller than usual,
right?
And the aisles and everybody fucking knows each other or knows a little bit about each other enough to talk about it. I'm just like, chill out, y'all.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been able to make Sofrito in like over a year because it's the only places that sell the stuff I need.
Right. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. It's weird, dude. I've been locked up long enough that I'm just like, I can get through a little bit longer. Are you worried about the vaccine at all, or are you chilling? You're like, I'm down.
I'm chilling, bro. I don't need to because I don't need to go nowhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like, I know I don't need to go anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
So my plan is to just let everybody get it first. And then when everybody got it, I'll know what the climate is and what it's talking about. If a bunch of people get sick from it and shit, then it's not for me. If everybody's cool and it works, I'll do it last. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like jumping off the diving board. Like, I just want to make sure don't nobody die.
Then you'll do it. Yeah.
Let's do it, you know?
No, I feel that. I'm gonna try and take it as soon as I can. I'm like,
it's like, if I was somebody that needed to go be around people, I would feel very selfish for that stance, because that it's different when you need to go get around people.
Yeah,
I don't see anybody, and I don't care to. I don't need to. It doesn't bother me that I don't see
Well,
people.
I think that's a fair point. I think if you're willing to continue to distance, then that's a totally reasonable opinion to have.
Yeah, like, I'm sure people are going to be like, well, if you're not going to take the vaccine, make sure you don't show up. I wasn't showing up.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't going to
Well,
be
but
there.
I think there are a lot of people who are saying, like, I'm not going to take the vaccine, but then they're also saying, I'm not going to social distance and I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, those are the
And that's a
people
completely
that are the
different
reason
story.
why
Right.
I'm the way I am in the first place. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
that's because I don't think normal, smart people are going to go out and cough on me and get me sick and shit. But I think there are a bunch of not normal like people who are tripping, and I'm not about to risk it. That's the risk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, getting on a plane, bro, and then anybody else could be on that plane in this tube in the sky. Nah.
Well, that's what's sketchy about a plane is that it's such a weird paradox with planes. It's the same thing in terms of just the plane's safety in general. Like, statistically, the plane is so safe from a standpoint of crashing. Like, it's not going to crash. You're 1,000 times more at risk of getting in a car accident than you are getting in a plane crash. But
it's a plane, bro.
Right. The thing that sucks about a plane is that if you are going to crash, you're not in control. If you're going to get in a car crash, you feel like, if I'm driving that car, maybe I can do something about it. And
well, there's
if
also
not,
like if you survive, you can just hop out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, true. You're just on the ground.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If your plane lands in the water, you in the water.
Right,
if your
but it's
plane
just
lands in a mountain, you dead.
Yeah, facts. It's just this weird paradox about risk, though. We know that this one thing is less dangerous for us, but this thing feels 10 times more comfortable because we have control over it, or the illusion of control over it.
Well, I think part of it too, and I talk about this a lot because I hate flying. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
It's one of my biggest anxieties, probably my biggest anxiety short term. Driving, you can get out.
Yeah.
That's important, is to be able to stop and get out, because not being able to stop in midair and get out, like cigarette smokers, when I smoke cigarettes, bro, and we would be on road trips or like tour and shit, I needed to stop and smoke a cigarette somewhere, sometime.
So is it not getting out that is the fear more than just the danger of flying?
Well,
or
it's both. It's not the danger, because if I really thought it was dangerous, I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to do it now because I think it's dangerous. I think I'm going to get there. I think it's going to be very uncomfortable the whole way. Turbulence is the other thing. It's like turbulence and not being able to get out is the two things. I don't give a shit about being a million miles in the air. If we fall, we done. It's it. But the problem is we're going to feel it the whole way, and it's going to go up my back. I don't like that.
Yeah, so you're just the thought of all that is so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like roller coasters. It's like a long, slow, agonizing roller coaster.
Right. But yeah, so that whole idea of control, that's the thing with this COVID shit is if you get on a plane right now, planes are actually not the most dangerous thing in the world in terms of spreading a virus, because there's pretty good ventilation and you're all in your own kind of sections. You're not kind of congregating amongst each other. It's better than like a dinner party where everybody's talking to each other and meeting with different people, and you're talking
unmasked, breathing in each other's faces.
You're talking to 15 different people face to face. The risk of the plane situation is the complete chance that you might sit next to somebody that's sick. And
or
so
in front of. That's what I'll be worried about.
in your immediate vicinity. And so that's the trippy thing is like, you know, it's probably gonna be fine, but there's that, you know, 1 in 1,000 chance that you are sitting next to somebody that's sick, and then it's a wrap.
Fuck around, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I just don't even like I'm cool with keeping it all away from me. You know what I'm saying? And I think if everybody was a little more cool with keeping it all away from them, we'd be way further ahead.
For sure.
In getting where we need to be.
Right.
And that's the thing that just frustrates me is like, there's just a lot of people who just do not give a damn. And that's the people I worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like even tried to send my sister to school. I'm like, do not put her in school. You can't control kids. Yeah. Like, as much as you think you can control children, you can't control little children, bro. Like, I was a child. We didn't do shit they told us to do.
Right.
Purposely.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it's hard for me to believe that a bunch of kids are wearing their masks and not fucking around. And
like what did you tell them on the way in? You will die? Like, how did you get them to chill out? Like, for real. Like, how did you manage to get everybody to sit down?
Right.
Not spit on each other. Like, kids don't cover their mouths.
Yeah.
I was a freshman in high school, and they had a video playing on how to cover your mouth. I'm like, why are we learning this as freshmen in high school? Like, why didn't y'all get taught this early? They're like, don't do this.
Right.
Do this. I'm like, y'all don't know this by now?
No, kids are dirty as shit. I mean, that's why they probably are more likely to be asymptomatic to this shit because they're getting sick all the fucking time. So they're used to this.
Yeah.
To a certain
that's
extent.
The other thing, though, is I was definitely like a snotty fuck as a kid. So, like, I feel like a little dirt don't hurt. But this one I'm not fucking with.
Well, the problem with kids is kids are going to be fine, usually, when they get this. Almost always. But what they're going to do is maybe bring it home to the parent or something like that.
Yeah.
Which again, is not happening a lot, but still, I would feel uncomfortable if I had a kid.
The shit for me is we just haven't figured it out, too. That's the other thing. Like, if it was completely figured out, like, if everybody knew exactly what was going to happen to you, there's still shit happening to people that people didn't expect, and people catching shit that they didn't try to catch. That's when it gets crazy. It's like, oh, this is turning into some. It's like Pokemon evolution, bro.
Dude,
like,
it is really weird.
The battle was over. The nigga evolved and got new powers. What you gonna do, Pikachu?
Why does it do that? You know, that's what I wonder all the time. Why is one person totally fine and another person having a stroke? And,
it's some nut shit.
It's really, really scary and intriguing and fascinating too.
It's almost endearing sometimes, the people who are not afraid. I'm like, good for you for being so not afraid to live your life.
Right.
You're not worried about the consequences. Because I tell my mom, she's like, you're not coming over for Thanksgiving? I'm not coming over for Thanksgiving, Mom.
Yeah.
We're going to cook our first Thanksgiving in this house because I'm not leaving. I'm like, I'm trying to keep y'all, so if I get pulled over on the way there, cop spit on my forehead, you kiss my forehead, boom. Everybody did.
There you go. I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you, man. I'm certainly shocked when I see people just going down to Florida and partying and just
Florida, bro.
You know, but it's not even just people in Florida. People are going to Florida because Florida's opened up. And they're just like, I gotta get to the club.
Florida, Atlanta, I feel really bad for other countries that just like have people coming through and just can't stop it and rely on tourism. That shit's terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't go there. Like, leave them people alone.
No, facts. Facts. Yeah, a lot of like vacation spots, like islands and shit like that haven't really been affected that much. And so a bunch of like, you know.
We got to come here. We're super safe. Like, meanwhile, y'all bothering all the people there. Like, leave them fucking people alone, bro.
Don't worry. We all got tested. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that do?
Miss me with all that.
Right. Yeah.
Plus, it's and, you know, OG and everybody accuses me of enjoying the pandemic. I hate the pandemic.
Do you enjoy the alone time, though?
I enjoy time to myself. I'm not gonna hold you. it is time to think, time to work. I realized a lot of my anxiety pre-pandemic about answering the phone was thinking people were at my door already and they don't want to hang out. And so now
And now that's not a thing. So
I call people all the time now. What's up, bro? How you been? What you doing today? Like, you healthy? You eat all the time. I call the homies now all day because they can't come in.
No, it's interesting. I think that after this, we're going to be very changed in terms of how we interact. We're going to be way more down to just hop on a FaceTime or get on a Zoom call and catch up that way, as opposed to having to link up in person.
Yeah.
And the linking up in person is definitely going to take place for sure. You know, maybe not for you, but
I mean, it'll happen when it happens. It's going to be mad weird though.
Right. It's going to
be like fucking Tom Hanks in Castaway when he came back to the States and everybody could see him. And they're just like, bro, are you okay? And I'm gonna look like Jimmy Butler in The Bubble. And I'm not gonna shave it. I got let my mustache grow for like a month now. This shit is strong. I'm like Carl Winslow. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just keep it rocking, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that's gonna feel like when we just link back up. Like that first link up of like 10 people or whatever. Like, I mean, I used to have people over to my crib, like, you know, a lot of people, and I'm like, damn, like that does not sound fun.
No, it doesn't. I think this pandemic gave people a lot more clarity on what they enjoy as far as like introspective times alone, or being around people, because it'll definitely remind you what you miss. Like, I don't miss parties like that. I miss some parties, but it's just circumstance. It's not the party itself. It's who you went with and like what happened there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't miss parties. I miss the studio. But again, everything just sounds gross to me now because of the idea that you could get sick there. But I do miss studios. Like, I miss going to the studio with my dad and getting our engineer drunk. Getting Rob drunk as shit, and him getting us drunk as shit. And I make like 2 songs, and then we just chill the rest of the session.
Shout out to Rob, man.
Everybody. And just like hitting the homies when I get there, like I'm here, and then started the session by myself, ended the session like 20 deep.
Right. Yeah. Just pull up. Yeah.
Got some food, made some music. Yo, go like I'll be drunk having the homies just get on songs that don't even be rapping. You just go in there and do something real quick.
Just lay down a quick 8 bars.
And that should be gold. So I miss that. But I like the challenge of figuring out what to do next. As far as I can tell, this is the new world we live in. So it's like the same way we had to figure out how to put mixtapes on the internet.
Yeah.
As opposed to selling CDs, or the same way we realized, you know, being independent, you could do that. It's a thing you can do. You don't have to just chase and beg people for record deals and shit like that. Cause like, that's what we all wanted. Pre like 25 rapper, no streaming services. That's what you want, bro. If you could get a deal, fucking out of here. Now it's like music's completely different. And now, as in the last year, music is again completely different.
Right. Yeah, it's so funny how the whole situation puts everything into perspective. You realize what you actually care about, what you don't really care about, and you thought you cared about certain things, but you don't really care about that shit.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are going through it too, trying to figure that shit out because it's the first time that they get alone time. So if you're somebody who is comfortable being alone and good with yourself, or just able to at least go through that process of being alone and figuring shit out, you can get through this situation and you're chilling. But a lot of people are not doing that. A lot of people are.
I feel super bad. And that's why I don't like when people say I enjoy this situation, because like, you know, my situation is not one where I'm like, damn, I need to do something every day. I feel for all the people who are taking it seriously and actually trying to keep themselves safe, but are bored. Because there's people who have self-control that aren't just going to succumb to the idea that they want to do everything they want to do.
Right.
But it sucks for them. Like, if you're not used to this sucks for you. And so I feel terrible about it for people who are going through that and shit like that. That's where making music, making podcasts, having content, that's where that stuff's important. Like, I didn't listen to podcasts like that pre-pandemic, and now I have several favorites.
Totally.
Because they help. Listening to people have conversations about things you also like is like just as therapeutic sometimes as music.
Yeah, what I wanted to do with a podcast is like, I mean, even just this conversation that we're having, like, I just want to be in the room with my friends, people that I respect, people that I'm interested in, want to have a conversation with, and I want people who are listening to feel like they're in that room too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now more than ever, that's a super relevant feeling to want to have.
Yeah, 1,000%.
So, you know, that's cool. But I just, regardless of the pandemic situation, like that's what I think is so cool about the idea of doing a podcast. Is not just like, let me have 10 questions and rapid fire, like question and answer, interview somebody or whatever. Like, let's just talk shit.
Let's just talk shit, bro.
Let's just talk shit.
It's that simple, and I think a lot of people try to think about, like, you know, concepts and ideas and shit like that, but, like, really, just talking shit is what people want to hear.
Yeah.
We don't get to do it. Like, bro, I haven't been in a barbershop since I was, like, 14 or 15 or something, and even that, like, I miss the feeling of listening to these people's conversations. And I think that's what I was introduced to with podcasts that I didn't realize was like just candid conversation between friends is just as interesting sometimes as listening to stand-up comedy or music. It gives
I think that's why a lot of stand-up comics are really good at podcasting too.
Yeah, those a bunch of the podcasts I listen to some horror joints, and like some comedians like joints and shit like that, and just like sit and hear them talk. But like, I listen to this one called Daddy Issues. It's about being a dad.
Yeah.
And I don't have any fucking kids.
Why are you listening to that?
But I've been listening to it and listening to them, and just it reminds me of listening to my dad talk about me and talk about raising us, because he calls me all the time and brags about how he raised his fucking kids, and I'm like, well, yes, we're alive, we're fine. Like, you did what you were supposed to do. He's like, people be like, how you got this relationship with your son? Like, how'd you do that? And I'm like, just be real. Like, he wears it like a badge of honor that he has like a good relationship with me and shit. It's super funny. I'm just like, you're supposed to do this. Like, don't be proud that you broke the stereotype. Motherfucker, this is what we're supposed to be doing.
Your dad is one of the realest dudes out.
He's the god, bro. He called me at 9 a.m. the other day. I was half asleep. We had a half-hour conversation about basketball.
You just had to hit your line.
He had to hit me. He was like, what happened to damn, who was he talking about? I don't even remember. He was asking me about somebody, and then we got into the Luka discussion. We got into the old guys are just as good as the young guys right now discussion. He's like, and you see Chris Paul, in every team he gets on, he's valuable. He's like, people ain't ready to talk about that.
Right. That's funny, man. Bro, I remember when we did a show in New York, and my dad, see, I don't even remember the story like fully. You might even remember it better than I do, but all I remember is that we were in a limo, and we got drove to Webster Hall in New York, and my dad was there, and that was like one of the few shows that my dad pulled up to of mine, because he was a dude who also didn't like crowds, and this was way before COVID shit. He was on that shit, because he's from Alaska, so he was just on that tucked off life of not wanting to be in cities and around a lot of people, because that's what he was used to. And I think that's why we had the limo, because I think he was like, oh, we should stay outside the city.
I remember, he definitely did stay outside the city too.
He was like,
that shit was fly, because I remember we rode up to the spot with him. I remember, I don't know if you remember the video of when he helped me get out the limo.
Yeah, he was your security.
He secured me on the way, and then I remember that. I remember, what was it, the WB Mason story? Yeah. That's ironic. And then he had me make him a drink. It was like, I think vodka and water and ice was the drink. He was like, he's like, yep, take the vodka, put a little bit of water in there, and a couple of cubes of ice.
Yeah, that was his jam, man.
You got it, dog.
That,
hell yeah.
Maybe throw a little orange juice in there sometimes, depending on how you're feeling. That was
right. I didn't get
vibe.
it then because I was like a kid, so I was just like an alcoholic. I'm just like, you don't want all the alcohol you can get
water
in the cup
in there? What?
Like ice and water? Ice is water, but that's how I get. I'm older now, and I be trying to be drunk as I usually be, and it just be giving me a headache. I'm like, I might need to hit this with some water, and I'm only 26, so
yeah, facts. No, sometimes you gotta just do a little splash of water to just level it out. You know, get a little hydration in there
Splash of water.
to counteract
My first
the
show
alcohol.
my dad ever saw me at was opening for you. It was me, you, and Wiley.
Was
what
that
was
in
that
Chicago?
spot called in Cambridge?
Oh, that was.
No,
Was that
it was in. It was like a treehouse name, something like that.
Treehouse, Cambridge?
Yeah, it was like around the corner from where the garage is. The fuck is it called? Hey, if
It
y'all
wasn't.
know in
It
the
wasn't. It wasn't.
y'all know in the comments.
It
put
wasn't
that shit
TT the
down.
Bears, was it?
No.
No.
No. It wasn't. It wasn't. It was close to the Harvard Square. It was in Harvard Square, not Paradise though, or not Sinclair. It's not there anymore.
Okay. Oh, in you mean in Austin?
Nope. It was in.
It was in Cambridge?
It was in Cambridge, definitely.
Damn.
In like Harvard Square. Yeah, I can't remember the name.
I can't remember it either, which is so surprising.
But that we did the show with Wiley, and Wiley stayed at my crib for like that like week or whatever. And that's when me and him made the song on Is This Art. And then my dad got out like 2 days before that show.
Yeah.
So he got to come to the show. And I remember he stood on stage for my whole set. And the stage wasn't that big. It wasn't like a big set.
Bro,
where he
I
was
remember
way
that,
over
yeah.
here. He was like 7 feet away from me. And everybody who could see me could see him. He was right there. And he had his leather jacket and his whole shit on. And he had like 2 beers, I'm pretty sure. Because he's always double fisting.
Just double fisting.
And it was his first time seeing me rap. And it was magical, bro. That shit was awesome.
Man, that was fun. I gotta remember the name of that venue, bro.
I can't do nothing right now until I remember.
I know, bro. Do you like? We got to figure this out. What else do you remember about it?
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can.
Yeah, you gotta Google that shit. Harvard.
I know it was upstairs. It was upstairs. That's like almost all I can remember. Let me see. Cam, Meekins, Alex Wiley.
Yeah, there you go. Find the old ticket link.
Yes. It definitely had Treehouse in the name. I know it did.
Oh, dude, it was like Treehouse of something.
Concert. Okay, is this it? Nope. This is Bright Music Hall. Fuck. Where is it? There's tickets on here. Somebody bought a ticket in that motherfucker. Oh, nope, that's not it. Damn, I thought I found the image on Google Images. I'm done looking for this, but if y'all know what it is, please tell us.
We'll follow up in the comments, but yeah, man.
Losing it, bro. I need to go grab some weed after that. That'll stress me out.
Yeah, do it. Do your thing.
No, it's right here.
Oh, you got it right
there.
there.
Move my,
there you go.
This is how I move my table. I got like one of those.
This looks hella cinematic.
Table. Yeah, right? Hold on, wait till I zoom back in. My table moves. My bathtub lift up. My walls do a 360.
Got the shit that the government got. Oh, man.
Shit that the government got. I break bread, ribs, $5 bills.
Oh man, so you're gonna be dropping some Michael Christmas produced, and rapped music pretty soon, from the
I just
crib?
need to make a beat good enough to actually like do it. Like I haven't made a beat that's like that fire yet to where I want to rap on it, or something that was like my style. Like I've sent a couple beats out that people liked, like the homie Internet James hit me and was like, "Yo, show me some beats." Showed him like 4. He picked 2. Said he was going to use them. I want to hear other people rap on my beats more than I want to rap on them. Mm-hmm. I'm cool with rapping on other people's beats. I love everybody's beats. I want some of my favorite rappers and homies to rap on my shit. That's all I want. I want to hear a fully produced, not featuring Michael Christmas song.
That's interesting. It's funny when you start making beats. I feel like you want that. You're like, how would this sound?
You like this? Do you want to rap on this?
Yeah,
you want to put this on your album?
Right.
That's what I want, bro.
Yeah.
My sister, actually, the youngest one, she had a she's taking a music class now, and I think she's like 7th grade or something. She's taking a music class, and they got her using this thing called bandlab.com,
What the fuck
and
is
it's
that?
essentially imagine using Logic but for kids, bro. That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
It's crazy, and
So
so
that's
she
what a
called
music
me,
class is now for kids? Like it's not they're not playing
and I like that.
the
I'm like,
fucking
hell yeah.
recorder anymore?
No, they don't get that little flute. They got the DAWs now. So she hit me and she's like, I have an assignment. I have to make a song. It's just a beat. It needs to have an intro, a middle, an outro. It needs to be a minute long, and it needs to have at least 5 tracks on it. It doesn't need to be vocals, but it needs to be 5 tracks, and they need to fit together. But the interface has like a little kind of mini splice in it where you can go find loops and packs. So I'm like, this is a layup. So I downloaded it on my computer and called her. Was sitting there. I'm sitting there going through the packs like, okay, you see this 8-bit pack? Click that. Open that up. We're going to listen to these. I'm on the phone like this, like, how's it sound? This is all right? No, this is trash. This is trash. This is trash. So we're filling the pieces in together. I'm like, pick this one.
Yo.
And it does like half the work for you. So before I realized it did, I was telling her how to do stuff that I know how to do on Logic. And then I realized like she didn't have to change the BPM. The interface changes the BPM to whatever your BPM is set to.
Oh wow.
Automatically.
From the loop?
I'm like,
yeah.
How are you not just dragging and dropping everything?
Yeah, just
press mute and just listen. But it's super fun teaching. I learned how to do all this shit less than a year ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's funny being on there where they're like, okay, hold control and drag it over and it'll copy the waveform. You know what waveform is?
That's so interesting, man. I mean, that's how I got into making music, pretty much the same kind of process. I got GarageBand on my computer when I was like 12 years old and or maybe even younger, and I would just take the GarageBand loops, and I feel like this is like 80% of people who are in music now, this is their story. This is how they got into music. But you know, I
took a class.
Yeah. I was just fucking around with the GarageBand loops, and then I realized that you could make your own sound if you plug the keyboard in, and then you could do your own piano. And sure enough, I was making GarageBand beats in GarageBand, no tempo, just doing it off the feel.
Just doing it off the feel,
just feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like
grids don't matter.
Yeah, no, I had no idea what any of that meant. I was just feeling it. And then I'd make full rap songs, bro. I was making full songs at like 12 years old.
That's huge, though, to be honest, because like I took the class. They made me like pick an elective basically at my after school program. I've told the story a million times, and I picked the one where you could make beats. Didn't want to rap, just wanted to make beats, and they made me write lyrics and write a song, and that was how I became extremely passionate about rapping instantly.
Yeah.
However, I dropped making beats and even touching the computer if it wasn't to find a beat that was already done immediately.
Right.
I was like, I'm not doing it. I don't need to do it. I have rhyming skills.
Yeah.
You can find me beats on YouTube, or what was the other website where you could just go steal beats from? There was Mad Johnny Giuliano and Clams Casino.
BeatStars?
Yes. I don't need this.
Yeah, facts.
And then I regretted it like probably 10th grade. When I didn't have a computer, I could just sit and make beats on. I was like, I wish I could make beats.
Right. When did you start actually writing raps or rapping in general?
So 7th grade was the first time, because I freestyled once at camp. I was at camp when I was probably in like 3rd grade or something like that, and I freestyled in front of a bunch of people, and they just started laughing real hard. And so it was extremely discouraging. It was like this nigga eating beans meme. Like, I was just like, damn, I'm trash. Never tried to rap again after that. Then I was forced to, and I did all right. And from that day forward, bro, like literally the next day, I was writing new songs. And it became so important to me that I'm still doing it now, which is crazy. That doesn't probably happen to a lot of kids. I'm sure you make your first jumper, you might want to go to the league.
Yeah.
But then when you only 5'4", 5'8", you're not going to the league. So I'm super lucky to still be rapping.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man.
It's been like 100 fucking years. I don't even know how old I was then.
Well, that's the thing about music is you do get into it very young typically, and then when it becomes a career, you by the time you're in your 20s, you've been at it for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can feel like a veteran in a sense.
I do feel like an old nigga in hip hop. It's mad funny. I've been around for like 6 years, and I feel like I've been around for 20. I feel like I've seen it all, and I'm still beginning. That's the cool shit about music, though. I remember learning about a bunch of the homies who was way older than me who was just getting on, like Drum. I didn't know Drum was way older than me. I didn't know Toby at the time. You know what I'm saying? I thought we was all like 20 and shit.
Yeah, age is confusing in the entertainment
it doesn't
music
really
world.
matter.
Yeah,
you just brand well for yourself. Like, a lot of people be discouraged because they're older and shit. Like, fuck that, bro. Danny Brown got through at 30, 31. You know what I'm saying? And he's a star now, like real star.
Absolutely. I mean, 2 Chainz didn't really
Chainz,
pop off
bro.
until he was in his
he did
late
the
30s.
run around twice, bro.
Yeah.
He was everywhere you could be.
Yeah.
It's all a part of a bigger plan, bro. We're not in control of this. We just gotta do our thing and enjoy it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that we think about a lot when we're in our 20s. And I mean, I'm about to turn 28, so I mean, I can only speak so much. But this is a theory that I have.
Young, we still young.
Yeah,
out here.
exactly. But we just think that this time is so relevant. But the reality is that we have so much time in our life to achieve things, and the key is to just keep going. It's the people who start something and then stop, and then start another thing and then stop. Mm-hmm. You're not making any progress when you do that.
Zero
but if you just continue
and
to
it comes
go,
with passion.
Yeah, like there's so many people that reach their peak level of success, you know, creatively, financially, whatever, in their 40s, 50s, and those people have been going at it since they were in their 20s.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what you want.
That's like exactly what you want. That's the most fulfilling life. Absolutely.
The journey is the move, bro. And it's like you don't want to be struggling the whole time. You want it to progressively get better.
For sure.
I'm super lucky that it's literally progressively gotten better.
Yeah.
My whole life has progressively gotten better and shit. So it's like, it's only up still to go, which is good. Like, I feel like hitting that peak super early, like, it's where do we go now? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to have, that's why you also want to have multiple passions. Like the stand-up comedy shit, bro, I was about to fully immerse myself in that lifestyle. I was meeting the comedians and shit, and it felt like I was joining a new community, and I felt like a noob, and I felt not good at it, and I wanted to fail, and I wanted to do all the shit. The same way you do with rap. I wanted to network and piss people off because I was showing up all the time. Like, and that's still the plan. It's just going to be delayed now.
Yep.
But I'm still, like, you know, learning from comedians and shit. Like, I try to be homies with all of my favorite comedians if possible, because it's just like, if they fuck with me, they already know. Like Roy Wood Jr., who's somebody who me and him just go back and forth on Twitter about like shit we both like. I watch his stand up all the time. I don't even know if he knows that. I'm like a big fan of his stand up. Kev on Stage, same thing. Jack Knight, Zach Fox, like the comedian homies. And so I be seeing them do the shit. I'm like, I can do this, bro. Like they put the work in. And they do the shit. I can put the work in. I can do that.
Dude, 100%. And there's a difference between pivoting up, you know what I'm saying, and fully stopping something and trying to start something else that has nothing to do with anything or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's just so much value to just continuing to push through, come up with new creative things that you're doing, like what you're talking about, getting into stand up and furthering the Michael Christmas brand in that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel fraudulent because the amount of time I spent talking about stand-up, I should have started way before when I started. And the first night I went, we did well. Like, I went with the homie Nick, and I told him, NRG Photo Co. I'm not sure if you met him. And I told him, don't tell anybody we're doing this. Like, it just be me and you. We had a crowd of people that knew me by the end of the night. Like the homie Taco Replay was there, scaring everybody in the room. Because it's like, you know, it was at Wonder Bar in the basement, real dim lit. It was like one bright lamp in there.
They got a basement at Wonder Bar?
Yeah, and it's dope for a stand-up comedy because it's really like, it looks like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Comedian with with Rob De Niro. It looks like that. It looks like a shitty little comedy bar. Like you felt the vibe of a new comedian in there, and it felt great. And I almost felt like I cheated the first time I went because I had people there who knew me.
Right.
And they were laughing and they thought the shit was funny too. But I'm like, no, I want
to get the
crowd that's here to laugh at it too by themselves. Don't make them laugh at my jokes. And also it was Black History Month and I came in with Black History Month jokes. So I fully capitalized on the time. It was very easy my first set. I came in with my patented George Washington Carver invented the peanut. It's one of my favorite random fucking things. I've been saying that since I was a little kid. He invented the peanut. I said I wasn't going to any bars to perform that had the words O'Malley, O'Greevy, or anything, and no taverns. I refused to perform at any taverns because tavern sounds like a racist cave. That was I was just coming in with shit like that my first night, and it went all right. And then the second time, it went probably the same, but I brought less people with me, and it felt more legit.
Yeah. You know well, you're proving yourself to people who didn't know you, which you were doing in the first time around too, but you just thought that it just didn't feel like it didn't. I felt like I should be more defeated by the end of this. It was too satisfying of a situation. I'm like, I feel like I just came up here and smashed it, but I'm like, right.
The whole right side of the room is my homies, and then this whole left side of the room is laughing too. But it would be way quieter in here overall if there wasn't 8 people that just came in with me.
Right.
I just wanted to make the 12 of y'all laugh, mainly.
I feel that, man.
It was cool, though. I'm thinking about putting a set on YouTube. I got it. I just watch it all the time. Like, is this
why
funny?
not, man? Why not, bro? Throw that shit out. Just start, getting people hip to it. Do you think that shit will come back anytime soon, or?
So, just from listening to comedians talk about like their shit, they do shows in different places, but it sounds like you just like it's the same risk as doing anything else that you're not necessarily supposed to do, but people are still doing.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's not back like that. Smart, and people who don't need necessarily to get on the stages aren't doing that.
Yeah.
But people who either for passion or for money need to do it are still doing it. And so it's like, it's dangerous, but it just kind of goes to show if you have the opportunity to do what you love, you're going to go do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not the same with rap shows, although there's still rap shows happening too. And that shit looks way scarier. Like I see like performances in the South and shit like that. And I'm just like, man.
Is shit still going down like that? Indoors or what?
Yeah. Like I've seen a couple, I've seen like random, cause I follow a bunch of people and shit like that. And you'll see like strip club performance here. You'll see like we got this warehouse joint over here.
Yeah.
Or we performing in this like rappers doing like full tours just in places that will have them.
Like underground shows type shit.
Shit like that.
Yeah. That's crazy. I'm
just like, couldn't be me, but get that bread, bro. If you must.
No, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. It's America. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, but
it's America, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's the whole shit right there. That's why I don't need to go outside, bro. It's America. I know what's out there.
Exactly. Like you can't control a large percentage of these people out here are just gonna do what they want to fucking do.
Do what they want to do, bro. I'm at the crib.
Yeah.
I'm on this Call of Duty and 2K to this day, bro.
Yeah. No, I feel that, man. I feel that, bro. Well, dude, this was a blast having you on, man. I appreciate linking up, man, and just it's been good to catch up, even just over Zoom too, because I haven't seen you in a minute with this pandemic situation. So
bro, and I tell you every time, and I don't know if you believe me, but my dad asks about you all the time, and if I don't tell you now, because he just called me, and I told him I'll call him back. But if I don't tell him now that I just talked to you and said what's up from him, he's gonna be mad.
Well, please tell him what's up from me too, because as you know, I got nothing but love for your dad, man. He's the man, and
my dog.
I'm glad we told that story about that show too. That we don't know the name of the venue. Maybe he'll know.
He might. He won't, but he might. I thought, like, I was about to say he will, but then I'm like, nah, he's up there now. Not in age, but in age feeling. Like, he's not old. He's 40-something, but he feels 84. Internally, he's 84.
Right. Yeah.
He's not gonna remember.
Well, when you call him back, man, tell him I say what up. 100%.
Of course, bro.
I know he'll be tuning in. Shout out.
I know it's the Lamp City family, but what do we call them? Do we call them like? What do we call your fans? Like
Yeah, I mean the Lamp City fam, you know.
The Kins.
the Cam Meekins.
Meekins. You can call them like the Meekins.
Oh no, that sounds a little sus. the Meeks.
The Meeks.
Yeah, you know, something like that.
The Cam Jam. Everybody in the Cam Jam. Make sure y'all like this and share.
You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
But for real, check out Michael Christmas' new album, Hiding. That's what you really got to do.
Yeah, bro, go check that out. Shout out to everybody on there. Hayes, Thelo, and Teddy. Shout out Teddy. Yo, Teddy with the long hair and the beard. What a handsome man, right?
You talking about Teddy Roxman?
Teddy Rocks, bro. Teddy Rocks with the beard and the hair is different, bro. I seen him in LA. I didn't recognize him at all. I was like, "This is Andy Samberg."
That's the guy, man. That's the guy.
Dog,
this dude got classic beats. Classic
he's
beats.
The man, bro. You're the man too.
You're the man, Absolutely. Bro. Appreciate you coming on, man. Hiding out now everywhere. Michael Christmas in the building. It's the Cam Meekins show. That's how we do.
We on the Cam show.
Yee.
Cam Jam Fam Bam. I'm out.
Peace.